Yeah, or Smeagol. Just be Smeagol. You're out. That's the standard.
No, I don't want to be Smeagol.
I don't know what Smeagol is. What are the okay, now I remember. I think he has like a weird ass like face. I don't know how to explain it. Like you want to punch him in the face. But like, hello, welcome to the Livin Room Podcast. I am your host for today, Bryan, and here are my co-hosts, Jason and Dom. So we're actually gonna do a throwback to a previous episode. That was like we did Would You Rather, but this time around we're doing stuff from a random topic generator. So let's get into this. Let's see if I can find a good one right now. Here's a question for both of you. Would you rather be tall and fat or short and well built?
Oh wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
How fat is fat? Like
it's like obese. Or is it like...
Let's say 400 pounds because we were talking about that earlier.
You know what? I'll be tall and fat.
Tall and
and what is the defining line of tall and short?
Maybe 7 feet, 400
Yeah,
pounds.
right.
So let's just say
That
like
look weird though.
No,
Like,
it's
you're like
like-
Shaq
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
I feel like tall kind of starts at like 6 feet tall.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it could be anywhere from 6 feet to like, I don't know, like 7, whatever.
I think I pick tall and fat.
I'd be tall and fat because I'd be like 7 feet
Yeah, exactly.
and 400 pounds. I'd be like Shaq. I'd be built like him, dude.
Huge.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being that. 7 foot,
Be
400
super
pounds.
imposing.
Yeah. But you would like die sooner.
What?
What, how fat are you? Like, how...
No, like if you're just a bigger person in general, like your heart has to like work so much harder to like pump blood throughout your body. So you might die at like 40.
Look at Shaq. He's like 50 or 60. He's still alive. I think he's 50 something.
Yeah.
This is that
I'll take
drastic?
that risk.
Yeah.
We're gonna die somehow, so it's all right.
Be tall and,
Yeah.
be tall and fat.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, I think tall and fat. It's just like
Just
kind of like quality over quantity of life. 'Cause if you're tall, well, the disadvantages are
Everything.
just
If you're 7 feet, you have to like get everything like customized.
and you're fat. So like every time you like travel,
oh yeah, that's
you have to get like a second
You
or
get, like, two,
third.
three-
you are not
seat
gonna be
or
comfortable at all.
Yeah. But if you're really tall, then like I could be tall and fat, and I could just do boxing or whatever and make a lot of money. Cause
like Tyson Fury.
yeah, Tyson Fury is like 6'9".
Yeah.
And he's fat.
And he's fat. Like when he boxes, his like boobs jiggle and whatnot. But he's a multimillionaire, so I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of like worth it. Whereas if you're like short and built, there's a million people that are short and built.
But the funny thing is, like, everyone's is like fat is like known. Like you have like Rick Ross,
Yeah.
DJ Khaled. You
Yeah.
know, like you have like all these like really fat guys.
Are
that
they
just,
tall,
like-
though?
Famous.
Well, DJ Khaled's short, Rick Ross is short, but they're fat because that's why they remember him because they're
Yeah.
fat. Who else is? All right, let's just go to the next
This
one.
one-
There's probably a lot of other fat guys out there that are just like remembered because of that.
Okay. What is the worst job you ever had?
I haven't had too many, so I'll just pass on that one.
You pass.
I mean, yeah, I haven't had that many either. I had Toys R Us, but like,
That's like a low bar already.
yeah, it's just retail. But it's
Yeah, I
like,
feel like we talked about that already, right?
did we?
Down the would you rather? I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, you go next one then.
What kind of old person do you want to grow up to become?
I hope I'm like a cool, chill grandpa, not like an angry, I don't know, just a easily annoyed old person. I want to be the chill grandpa.
I feel like you're already chill anyways.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
it's
I
kinda
hope I stay this way. I hope I don't get bitter as I get old.
Hate the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The funny thing I'd say, just to say, because it's funny to say, is be like the stereotypical like old pervert.
like a Master Roshi kind of.
Yeah, Master
it's funny
Roshi,
as
yes.
hell, bro.
DJ in your old age.
Jiraiya, you know, all those like old senseis. It'd be funny to do, but I don't think I would be that. But it'd just be funny to say. But besides that, I don't know what I'd be. I don't really. I haven't
Never really
haven't
thought that
about,
far.
Yeah, I haven't thought.
Would
that
you
far.
still be like a gamer?
Yeah, it's still
I
have my
would hope so.
interest. I
Yeah.
still have my interest.
Yeah.
Still have my anime figures while I'm old.
Yeah, my manga, my video
Yeah.
games. So,
Yeah.
what about you? This one you can answer or no?
Cause like I I thought about this one night, but definitely like I kind of want to like mess with like younger people. Like I'll pretend like I forget things just like piss them off. You know, like those kind of like old. Well, actually, I don't know that many old people that are like that, but I kind of want to do that myself.
Yeah,
You can make a
Like,
YouTube channel like that
just
too.
trolling young people. Basically.
No, I'll pretend to be dead. Like what? And, just, like, and then like I'll just kind of like make them like repeat themselves a bunch. Just to, like I guess I'd be like the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
But in terms of other characteristics of being old, I don't know, like I play table tennis now, but I want to be like the old man style where
Still
I just,
doing it.
Yeah.
Respect it.
You're like a master of it.
Yeah.
Open up your like a dojo or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My young Padawan.
Yeah.
Today you will learn how to hit the paddle to the ball.
I feel like a lot of old people are just happier, or maybe it's just like the people that become like they're
I don't
able
know
to
about
grow to
that.
that age. Like there's like survivorship bias or whatever.
I don't
Like,
know. I feel
Like you don't give a much because you've already experienced a lot of life.
It depends on like where you are in life
Yeah.
and like.
because I feel like, for example, if you get married with someone, you lived with them for so long, and say like they passed and you're just by
Yeah.
yourself, like life sucks. But if
Kinda
you're like
hard.
with your like significant other, and you're still like growing old together, then it's probably more acceptable, you know. So it's more situational. Because one of
Yeah.
my friends, his grandpa like was alive and lost like his grandma like 5 to 7 years, and he was just like super depressed. So
Yeah.
I'd imagine that being the case if you have like 30, 40, 50 years of being married and let alone you weren't married, but you're like dating before you were married, like all that time together.
Yeah.
So just like it's depressing and sad to think about being in
Yeah.
situations like that. So just situational, I'd say.
Yeah. I've heard of like survey, like, I guess like poll like results about like which like decade in your life you tend to be like the happiest. And most people would kind of assume that like in your 20s is when you're the happiest because you're young and you could go out to the club and you're just kind of like you have a lot of energy and you could do whatever you want, like you're hooking up or whatever. But there's a lot of like stats that are showing that like people in their 50s are actually like that's peak happiness.
Really?
So like it actually gets better every like decade after your 20s. Like 20s might be actually the worst because you're still trying to figure out where you are at life, trying to like solidify your career, like find a partner, and there's just so much like there's a lot of expectations on you. But then like once you, I think it's stressful when you do have kids, but after you finish having kids and you've worked however long in your like field or whatever, and like you've probably went through multiple jobs and like discover your passions like legitimately. That's kind of like peak happiness. And then 60s and 70s is when you start having like health problems, and it kind of like goes down from there. But
I think it's situational again.
you
Is
think
that
so?
how healthy you are?
No, not that.
No,
Not that
oh,
aspect.
okay.
It's just like what decade is the best for yourself. I say the 20s is good because you have a lot of. It goes to like being established, having kids, getting mortgage, etc. Like when you're like in your 30s or whatever. But obviously, people in their 20s or even younger could get houses. So, but when you're in that age of not having anything you're responsible for, you're willing to take more risk on things, and if it doesn't work out, like at least you tried, and like
Yeah.
you have the flexibility to still recover. But say like if you have a mortgage or kids or both, even then you're like room for like those types of risk are very like calculated because you can't be like going
Yeah, you can't.
push everything all in. You could probably
Yeah.
put in like a couple of chips, but you can't like really
'Cause you got-
pursue what you got to do because you have your livelihood of your like things you got to pay
Yeah.
off, like your house and kids, etc. So the 20s are like optimal in that aspect.
So you can just do
But
whatever at that age, pretty much.
If you go to college, you're
Experiment.
spending
Do,
like half of
experiments.
your, like if you went to college, you spend like half of your 20s in college is like studying. So I don't know. if,
Well,
like,
I mean,
it's,
you graduate in the West at least when you're 18, so you have 18 to 22. Or
A lot of
19
people
to
are
23.
graduating like way later now. Like,
Well,
it's
that's their
pushing stuff.
choice. Their
Yeah.
choice because they
Not
can,
necessarily. Just
yeah, because people work
yeah.
full-time jobs
yeah.
out of high school and they do that for a couple of years and they go back
Yeah.
to school.
Or they like
So
masters
it's their
or something
choice.
too.
But you have to go to undergrad first, and then
Yeah.
to go to grad school.
Mm-hmm.
That's your choice to do that, or maybe it's situation. But I mean, you still. I guess it could be both ways. Because say like you move out, then you probably have to work a full-time job, so you don't have the opportunity to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. But it's also like if your parents aren't really kicking you out, it's your choice to do that
Yeah.
as well. So just that everything's like all situational.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So moving on to the next one.
All these are just gonna be like super like,
super
like
heavy
in-depth,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. No, like
Analysis and all these things.
really makes you like look into your own like your soul, I guess.
Or, like a lot of
Yeah.
retrospective stuff, like
Ooh,
taking a step away, like and like really thinking about how things are.
Here's a good one. What is one thing you would change about yourself? Could be anything. Could be physical.
My
emotional,
muscles,
mentally.
I'm ready to be like jack.
Ooh, really?
No, I actually do have a hard time gaining weight, so it's kind of hard for me to put on muscle.
Okay. Why is that? Just like no appetite?
Genetics.
Yeah, metabolism.
Okay. But tying that back to the other question, like if you were shorter, it would be easier for you to like gain weight, right? Because you don't have to eat as much.
I don't know
Well,
how
I
it
think
works.
it's genetics though.
It is, yeah, it's genetic. Because most people in my family are tall and skinny on like the men's side.
Yeah, but you could still get fat like pretty easily. Like just add
Pretty easily.
No,
I mean,
not-
very easily. Like all you have to do is like
Just overeat.
small habits. Like you don't have to eat like a monstrous amount of food. You could just add like a little bit of like if you like chipotle mayo, just put down like everything or whatever. You'll get like that pretty easily. Like,
I don't know if it's that easy.
just eat nuts, like because nuts are pretty like high calorie dense and whatnot. Or you like sweets?
I do like sweets.
Eat a lot of sweets.
I
don't know.
I
It's
do.
like it's
but I know what I'm
easy.
saying. I don't eat that great sometimes. I be
Yeah.
snacking a lot.
Okay, but you don't eat a lot of meals.
No, I do. I don't gain weight.
doesn't show.
Yeah.
It's metabolism. Does your family does it slow down from it all or no?
I think at some point, like, I get much
Mine-
older, but
Do you have any like?
'Cause, like, okay.
Do you have any family members that are like big, like muscular or fat?
not really. Not on the
Like almost like not at all.
well, not the people I'm thinking about. Like on the male side.
Yeah.
It's a good
Most of
problem
the-
to
just
have.
like ask
Gene-
them,
I know this is
like,
probably a
yeah.
good problem to have. It's just can't get no muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I like usually do. Like if I want to like change something, not change something about myself, but if I have a family member that has like if a family member like a cousin that's kind of like a bodybuilder and. Like I was thinking, like he's this huge, so I might have similar genetics to him. So I asked him, like, what do you do differently that like I could probably do to get to your level? And he's like, well, I took steroids. Like, he's tried like everything like under the sun, and like I mean, he does. His diet isn't like perfect, but he gets enough protein, and like that's what really matters. But he's not like completely
Yeah.
natural. But he's also like the same. Like I noticed that he could grow a beard, and he was the only one in my family on both my dad and my mom's side. So I decided to try to grow like facial hair, and that's kind of like where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know it's possible until like you really like try it out. But yeah.
That's what happens when you're 20s though. You could experiment. It goes back to that.
Experiment.
Like I was trying to like when I tried growing facial hair before, I didn't know about like kind of like trimming it and like making sure like it lines up like at
Yeah.
so I had like a neck beard, and like everyone would tell me to just shave because I looked homeless. But yeah, and then you learn, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
That's
But,
what
yeah.
life is.
Yeah.
Living and learning.
But to the question though, would you change anything about yourself?
So the
I don't think I'd
the
change anything.
muscular-
I don't think I'd
That's
change anything.
yeah. It's just a small thing I can think of.
Maybe like a bit taller, but even then I'm not even complaining about it.
How
Yeah.
about like something like personality or something like that?
I think I'm pretty happy with how I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some more optimistic, more
Yeah.
easygoing,
Yeah.
lighthearted.
Mm-hmm. Or like maybe like a circumstance in life or anything like that. Like you would like to be born rich.
I mean, that'd be
Well,
nice.
it's about yourself though. It's not about
Yeah.
like your,
Your
upbringing.
circumstances.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not something you can
But you can also
change.
like turn that into
And
like
based on this question.
You wish you were more like motivated or hardworking or something, because that could get you into like a better place in life.
I feel like I'm pretty motivated. Just keep working at it.
Okay. So you are the ultimate being.
I'm not the ultimate.
Yeah.
Perfect specimen.
Built different.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with how I am.
Okay.
What about
What
you?
about you?
Yeah.
Ooh. I like to be 6 feet tall, 5'10". I'm almost there. I remember when I was like because I was like this height when I was like 14 or 15, because I had a huge growth spurt, and then I thought like, so like maybe in a couple years I'll be like 6 feet tall, and like I'm gonna be like really tall, and then I just didn't grow like ever anymore.
So it is early puberty and there's late puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5'10" is still pretty tall though.
Yeah, it's
for
above
Filipino.
average. That's about like I think the average is like
I think-
5'6" or 5'7".
Yeah, I think
for
so.
Filipinos.
No, not for Filipinos. Filipinos probably way less, but I'm just like average height across the whole world. I think it's like 5'6" or 5'7".
Yeah.
Or 5'6" and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
Just keep it even.
So, like,
Is it really that short?
Ask Kevin. Kevin, what's the average height of a male in the world? Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure it's like 5'8", 5'9".
I think it's like 5'6", 5'7".
I think 5'7" sounds right to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See. So you're above average, you know.
Yeah,
It's
you're
pretty good.
tall.
It's
Yeah.
good. Especially if you factor in like Asians being
I would say
naturally
Asians
short.
are pretty short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's probably like that is probably like what 5, maybe 5'4", 5'5". I'd guess, because it also comes in like dieting and the nutrition or nutrients they get in their diet. So there's not enough maybe like protein
Yeah.
or stuff like that compared to here. So
Yeah. And I guess like maybe another thing, like I like my personality. I'm okay with how I look. Like I mean, not everything's perfect, but I can like, there are a lot of things I can change that like would make me like happy. But I would kind of almost prefer if I was like, almost like a robot in terms of like work ethic. Cause like, I know some people that are just like, they're in their 20s and they're grinding and like, you can't stop them. Like they're just kind of like, especially like, you know, like coders that like, now they're like rich and famous. Like they were the people that they would like sit in their parents' basement and like work on their goals. And like a few years later they came out and, they were able to achieve their dreams. And I feel like I'm kind of like easily distracted.
Oh, okay.
well, that's how it
Yeah,
is.
I
now.
mean,
I think we talked about
yeah,
this
most
in earlier
peop- yeah.
episodes.
I have the
just
same
like
issue, yeah.
having
Yeah.
low attention spans because of
Get distracted so easy.
Yeah.
the times, like getting the dopamine to fill our like brains. Or like people
Yeah.
watch TikTok shorts, Facebook shorts, all these things that are like not long content, but it gives the satisfaction of
Yeah.
like the dopamine high that you'd get for
Yeah.
that type of content, and that's why it reduces our attention span.
Yeah. I'm
So-
sure a lot of it is genetic, like having
No,
that amount
no.
of willpower.
Oh, that.
Willpower
Focus?
is so like genetic.
No,
Some
I
people
think-
just build different.
No, I think he's trying to say that like the work ethic,
Oh,
right?
never thought about that
Yeah.
actually.
The work ethic is genetic. I don't think that is.
I
I
never
think
thought
a
of it
big
like
part
that.
of it, like
But also, I think
because I already work hard in my own life, but there are some people that like sacrifice everything just on like one goal, and it's like I would like to get to that point, but I think there's a lot of like nicks that have to like work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like mental health, physical health. It's like I have to take care of those stuff before I really just focus on just like getting good at like really one thing. Like for
Yeah.
me, it could be like music or like my career or whatever, or like both. But there's definitely some like attitude things that I have to like fix in myself before I could get to the point where I'm just like in the zone and just like working hard as hell for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I think there's actually thinking about it when you guys were talking. There is like genetic stuff because I would say like Mexicans have a really good
Oh, that's
work
true.
ethic. So most of Mexican people I've known, I like have deep respect for like the amount of effort they put in for like their kids, work ethic, etc. And then especially I feel like if you emigrated somewhere, you're more prone to put in more effort because like.
You
Like
had
my
to.
mom and stuff like that, people like Asian work ethic or like Indians and stuff like that, they came in and like they bust their butts to try to make themselves who they are today. So
Yeah.
maybe it's genetics, but it's also just like
Or
the
maybe it's, like,
opportunity,
culture. Or...
yeah, seizing the opportunity as well. Because obviously the saying is like there's a golden opportunity, like the American dream. That's what it is, like the American dream. So I'm like gonna go to America to hopefully fulfill this dream that I have, you know. So that could factor into it as well.
Yeah. At some point, I feel like you have to. Like, if you want to immigrate to the U.S., you have to beat out all the other competition in your own country. So then that's why, like, when they immigrate here, it's you're only seeing, like, the best have the best from, like, you know, other countries. So, like, I think it would make...
Not necessarily now, because they're opening borders to letting illegal immigrants in. So that they're really diluting the standard of what you're going for right now. So... But like in the retrospective, like the grander scheme of it all, yes, that's kind of what it is. A lot of like Indians are like business owners of like gas stations, like Dunkin' Donuts, etc. So like they're like seizing the opportunity of like emigrating here and making the most of the opportunity they had. So
Yeah.
I can see both.
Okay.
Being opportunity and also like genetically.
Yeah. Next question. So this one kind of like ties back to like the first question, but is it harder to exercise more or eat healthier?
Eat healthier. Eat healthier because sometimes you spend. So it all goes to this. You spend a lot of time making stuff, but for me, I eat really fast. So like I could finish like something I would make like 30 minutes to an hour, or just like let it bake for an hour or something like that in the oven, and then I'd eat in like 5-10 minutes. So I like the result. Like I put in so much time, but like I don't like it's the time I put in is not the same as like what I would spend eating it. So that's why usually I tend to go for like TV dinners or fast food or fast casual. You know,
You're talking about healthy, like
no, but I'm saying like would you?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to change your diet
and, like all the food
because
that's
of like
bad.
I eat fast.
Yeah.
So why would I like spend my time trying to make something that takes a long amount of time when I could have something that's like just as fast as how I eat? Is basically what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
And like all the stuff
So
that's
that's why,
bad
like,
for you tastes so good.
Right, exactly. So I think it's easier or I'd want to change my diet if I had to, than easier to change working out because it just gets in like good habits once you start doing that.
Yeah.
Just all the fast food and stuff. It's just too convenient.
Right.
Yeah. How about you, Dom?
I'd say it's harder to eat healthy.
Yeah.
It's just too many temptations.
Yeah. I feel like you really enjoy like the exercise that you do though.
Yeah.
Like kendo or whatever.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I feel like exercise is a little easier.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel like work. It's just
exactly.
kind of like
if you enjoy what you're doing, you can do it naturally.
Yeah, for me, I think I agree with both of you. It's harder to eat healthier, and I was one of those guys back in the day where like especially in college, I would buy like chicken breast, like lean steak, like flank steak.
Yeah.
And I would get like meat shears and I would cut it up into like pieces or whatever and like weigh them on a scale and put them in baggies. And I would like meal prep for like 2 weeks in advance. And I would just like take it out of the freezer and defrost it like the night of. And then I would cook that and I would just I would count calories and stuff. And Sundays were just like I would spend 5 hours like meal prepping.
Oh, wow.
So that I can like I obviously don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But
You were living it good, and in uni, I was broke. I was eating ramen noodles and warm up mac and cheese. To afford chicken and steak, my gosh.
It's not as expensive as you think it is because you're portioning everything. Like, if you're not overeating and you're
But when you only make like $100 only goes so far.
Part-time job
and you have
in
to like
college.
leave it. For,
well,
like,
I get
for a
everything
month.
like I get everything from like vegetables were generally like canned or like frozen like in the bag and you just microwave.
So what were you doing
I
to
was
afford
eating
all this?
rice. I had a part-time job and my mom gave me like $50 like every week or every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, I get an allowance. I got like care packages every now and then.
Yeah. Like my brother would he would actually just go to the suburbs and buy like taquitos or whatever and he'll just eat once a day. So that's what he would do. I would eat like 3 or 4 times a day, but most of my meals were kind of like rice with some kind of meat with some kind of like grilled onion and vegetable or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just drank a lot of coffee because like it would like suppress my appetite. And then but I would also like work out and I was walking to classes. I was doing cardio on top of working out. And then my part-time job was very like physically demanding. So like it felt like it was kind of ingrained in my everyday life. And then I would play table tennis for like, I don't know, 5 hours at a time, like every 2 or 3 days. So it was like really active, but it didn't feel like anything. But with like eating healthier, like the choices that you see in like the grocery stores, like most things are like bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too many
like
temptations.
whole like aisles full of like cookies
Chips.
and chips and stuff like that. I'm the kind of person where like there can't be any like junk food in the house or like I'm gonna eat it if it's like sitting around. And every time I go to my parents, it's always like
Junk food.
Yeah.
Junk food central.
Junk food everywhere.
Asian snacks too. Like it's
That goes back
amazing.
to junk food.
Love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's whereas like but it's kind of hard to like out exercise like a bad diet, but it's easier for me if I'm mindful about like what I'm eating and I exercise like normal, and then that's when I'm like good shape, but I'm also not like starving or whatever.
You're like blurring the lines of what your answer
Yeah.
is. Because you first like
there's a
agreed
milligram
with
for
us,
everything.
and then you're like, oh, it's good if you eat health, like manage your calories and then exercise too. But then
You don't have to like obsessively count calories,
But we're
just,
talking
you know,
about
like,
the question though. And
yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
pick one or the other. You can't pick both.
No, like I'm just giving the nuances, but I definitely agree that like it's harder to eat healthier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like my old diet, like food didn't taste amazing or anything, but I would eat out like once or twice a week to like balance it out. I'm just like eating out every other day.
Yeah, it's
So you
bad.
gotta eat good. We're just foodies now. It's hard to
Yeah.
be a foodie and be like physically fit. Like it's kind of
Working against each other.
because food tastes better when there is like unhealthy stuff
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, that's what goes Dom was saying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. So it's hard.
And like serving sizes too. It's like I feel obligated to like finish my plate, but the plate they are eating is like the serving size is too much for you, and you kind of get used
Well, in
to
the
it.
West,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If you go in like anywhere else, they're just like, "This is it."
It's like, huh?
I need
kinda
to order
pre-
2 or 3 of
I
these.
kind
That's all
of
you're
prefer
getting?
like the smaller serving sizes just because I don't like leaving a restaurant thinking like I feel like shit. Like it's just
I should feel content. That's
Yeah.
that's the habit I had to get out of. I used
Yeah.
to like finish my plate as well,
yeah.
but then I'd feel like absolute like disgusting afterwards and
Yeah.
like very nauseous and whatnot because I overate
Mhm.
beyond just being content, just
Yeah.
to clean off my plate. So you should never.
Mhm.
That's kind of like growing up, you know. Like I like
Yeah.
realize that you don't have to like finish it every time.
Yeah.
But people waste food too, because I worked at like a food restaurant, and it's just so sad seeing people like not taking their food like to go.
Oh, they just throw
like,
it away.
They just throw it away. I'm like, there's people out in like less fortunate areas of the world that would like die to even have like your
Like,
leftovers.
At least
you
take
know?
it home in a box. Or
Right, that's what I'm
something.
saying.
I know a lot of people that just don't eat leftovers. Like
That's weird to me.
they have very high standards on like food, and if it's been in the fridge, they're like, yeah, I'm not eating anymore, and they just leave in the fridge forever.
That's so strange.
But I'm the kind of guy that would be like, hey, if you're not gonna eat it, can I have it?
Yeah,
And then just
exactly.
go for it.
It's just like
Um,
another golden rule: just don't waste food.
Yeah,
you
for
know.
real.
That's that's what I live by. You know, like
Yeah.
you don't want to like, especially if people put like effort in to make it. Like, why would you want to like throw that away?
Yeah.
Even if it's absolute stuff, you just or like as I'm gonna say like that's like shit. That's what I said stuff.
I'm okay with wasting food if it's bad. Like
I'll
if
never
someone
waste
cooked,
food.
what if
Never.
it's like bad? Like someone cooked it for you, but it's like
You don't like
gross.
it.
Yeah, I just like I don't.
Well, I just
care.
know not next time to get it from them
Yeah.
or let them make it. Because one time I made something, and my mom like threw it in the garbage, but it was like wrapped in foil. I was like, "Where's the food I made?" And she's like, "Oh, it's in the garbage." And so I took it out of the garbage and I ate it.
Oh,
It was wrapped though. It,
It's
didn't,
wrapped
like,
in
it wasn't like
foil.
contaminated
Okay.
with anything else.
So you just like dug it. Just
dug it.
like,
It's
No, it
all
was on the
covered in
surface.
stuff.
It was on the
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah.
But I was just
That's
like,
funny. Are any of you guys picky eaters?
no.
Not at all.
Okay.
That's things I don't like.
So it's
but I'm
hard
not
for you to
picky.
gain weight, but you're not a picky eater
That's
at
what I'm saying.
So.
Genetics.
all. Yeah.
Lucky man.
Yeah. I used to be kind of picky actually.
Really?
I remember like not liking a lot of vegetables, like mushrooms, Brussels sprouts, just like there's just like a lot of stuff. Even like my culture's food, I wouldn't eat a lot of it.
Really?
I would eat, there were like my go-tos, but I wasn't adventurous enough. But then I realized I didn't like it before because the way it was the way it was prepared for me was like not optimal when I was a kid. Cause like now I can eat like sautéed mushrooms or whatever, but
Yeah.
like back when I was fed mushrooms, my dad would put it in like fettuccine alfredo, and it would be like undercooked, and it's just like it's not like I didn't like mushrooms, I just didn't like how it was prepared when it was like served to me. But now like I love that shit. So
I think
don't
we
know if it
feel
was, like, the
talked
same to
about
you.
this, but I feel like the older we get, our taste buds changing. It becomes different.
Yeah.
Some things we don't like, and I'm not gonna say refined because, but maybe it is more refined. But I think it's more accepting of like different like flavors.
Yeah.
Because of that, like things you originally didn't like before,
You're more open to eating
you're
them.
more open to eat them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I noticed that.
I used to like pineapple pizza.
dude, we're gonna start this topic now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like
You like
pineapple
it?
pizza
No.
because I don't like the sweetness of the pineapple and just it's not like bitter, but
Yeah.
like I don't like not bland, but I mean I don't.
It
call
doesn't
like a
fit the
pizza.
context.
Yeah,
I didn't like it for a while, but I kind of
Came-
fucks with it now.
You came around.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Oh,
So, like,
man.
I've been like in and out with that. Like at first I thought like I would never try that, it would be weird. And then I had a phase where like I like pineapple pizza, like especially like Hawaiian style with like ham.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
that's
then I
usually how
liked it
is.
so much that when I was in the Philippines, like I ate a lot of pineapple pizza and actually like threw up because it was just like.
Did you overeat or?
Yeah, I
what?
overate.
yeah.
I had a bad experience, and now I don't eat it anymore.
That's
And
usually
like
how it
it's
goes.
Trauma.
gross to me again. Yeah, it's like literally trauma. Yeah. PTSD for food, I guess. Like,
Yeah, no, that's a thing.
yeah. Yeah.
If,
I mean, like I
something makes
wouldn't.
you sick, you won't want to.
I just kind of don't
eat again.
prefer. I'd rather have just normal pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you changed again.
Yeah.
Came back to the right side of the fence.
It's not my
Yeah.
favorite, but I like it actually.
Yeah. All the pineapple pizza lovers are just like left.
Pineapple pizza
Pineapple
lovers has
pizza.
left the chat.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's one guy out there. He's watching out for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna be controversial,
passion.
you know,
Passionate about
Offend
pineapple
some
pizza.
I'm not passionate about it, but
No.
like,
accepting of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You don't mind it.
Start like a Discord for like pineapple pizza lovers or something like that. I'm sure that
pineapple
exists.
pizza army.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Probably exist.
Yeah. Everything's like you can find like a group for anything.
Yeah, very
That's-
niche,
yeah.
like something you wouldn't expect. There's
Yeah.
definitely.
There's anti-pineapple pizza.
I mean, I
people as well.
wouldn't.
groups for
I wouldn't be
anything.
surprised.
There's Facebook groups for anything, Discords for anything.
Yeah.
Meetups to eat freaking pineapple pizza or
Pineapple
something
pizza
like that.
meetup.
No, could you
Yeah.
imagine doing like a mukbang with like pineapple pizza? I would just like.
I'll just watch Dom eat
Just
it.
watch me the whole time. Damn,
That's not something I can eat in like fucking like mass.
you guys are just gonna watch me eat it.
Because we don't mess with it like you. That's why.
It's like it's too much. It's too much to like eat like in mass. Whereas like
All right,
something
100K
like-
special.
Yeah.
100 days special pineapple pizza. Let's
100K
go.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, Dom, that's all you, man. You get like 5 of them. You're just like, all right, Dom.
It'll be like a 5-minute video. I just get sick from it. Like, oh yeah, I'm done, guys.
He converts back to like
I
the
don't
other
like
side
two more
of the
stack at the table.
Wait, Dom, could you eat a lot of food? Because I know there's a lot of like skinny like professional like eaters, like the ones that can eat.
You have a big
lot.
appetite.
Yeah.
Like enough for
I
like
feel
a
like Matt Stoney's like pretty skinny, but he can eat
Yeah.
a crap ton.
I don't think I could do like a food competition or anything like that, like an eating contest. I couldn't
Yeah.
do that.
So like, all right.
When
let's
you
just
do eat
generalize
a
this.
lot though.
Do you journalize it? How many hot dogs could you like have in one sitting, or like how many pizza slices could you have in like one sitting, or pizzas in general?
Pizza.
I could have like probably like 4 or 5 hot dogs if I wanted to.
Yeah, I'd say
I
about
could have
4
like
hot
2.
dogs.
Like I just
Okay.
get tired of it. I don't know.
You're bored of it. That's like 4
Yeah.
hot
Hot
dogs.
dogs aren't
Four.
something I'd eat in mass, especially it's like too bready. Can't do that.
That's why you put like mustard, ketchup.
Yeah.
You get like
Still, the ratio
The,
of like bread to
pickle
everything
on
else.
there, the onions. The
Chicago
Chicago,
style,
style.
yeah.
Yeah. Sharing the rates. But like, people say like ketchup should not be on like
Yeah, I
hot
see
dogs.
that. I like it.
I love ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't like mustard. I don't like the zestiness of mustard.
You love ketchup?
I
Like, you
love ketchup.
I love
Oh.
ketchup. I have ketchup on like random things.
No,
Alright.
I get it.
I
love
have, like,
ketchup.
Like there's Patrick Mahomes, like the quarterback of the Chiefs. Hopefully you guys have heard of him. He's pretty big, but if not, you haven't. It's cool. He like has he puts ketchup on his mac and cheese. And I was like, let me try it some like one day.
Actually sounds pretty good.
And
to
I
be
tried it. I'm like,
honest.
it's actually pretty good. I'm like, oh, I might have
Sounds pretty
some.
good.
It's
Yeah.
like going for it. Like have like ketchup on
Yeah.
mac and cheese. Like why not?
I went on a date with a girl who's obsessed with ketchup. Like
Yeah.
literally just everything with ketchup. Like the first date that we went to, like she ordered like butter popcorn, and instead of adding more butter, she got like a side of ketchup and would dip the popcorn in the ketchup and eat it.
Okay,
And then we
nice.
would eat at IHOP right after, and you guessed it, she puts ketchup in like everything, fucking omelets and.
Well,
whatever.
omelets, it
That's-
makes sense. Well,
It
yeah.
happens in Japan, I think, right? It's
Yeah,
a thing.
or like biscuits or just like.
Okay, I never tried that.
Biscuits
I
and ketchup. Yeah, it's usually gravy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys done? Since you brought up pizza, have you done ranch on top of pizza?
I have actually.
That's good,
I think
yeah.
I did that with you
good.
actually.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Have you heard of like white pizza?
No, I have not.
What's that?
Like
Yeah.
it's like I think it's like a normal like mozzarella cheese pizza, but they add like cream to it, so it's like really it's just more.
Like cream as in what? Like
Yeah. What kind of what's
like
what kind of cream is
Alfredo
it?
sauce cream or what?
I don't remember. Here, let
Some
me
kinda
look it up
garlic
real
paste
quick.
or something. Or
What else would be?
So I don't want to like mislead people
Or maybe
on
it's just the cheese.
white pizza.
so just no tomato on it.
Well, maybe it's like they don't use marinara.
Yeah, there's no like marinara sauce.
Okay.
So it's probably the
delicious white pizza drizzled with olive oil, garlic, and white cheeses. No tomato sauce.
so white cheeses.
Um,
But what do
but
they
I've
put as the
seen-
base though? Because you put the
it's-
dough and then you put the marinara.
No, it's just cheese. But
Just
I've
cheese
seen
and dough?
versions
How
where
does
it's
that
like
work
more
though?
cream.
Well, I guess the olive oil. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, I never had
Yeah.
it.
I guess it would be more along the lines of like a flatbread, maybe.
Okay.
But like, they're just instead of marinara sauce, you just put like triple the cheese. And so I've seen versions where like there's like cream in there too, just a little bit. So it's
But I don't want my cheese on like the top instead of the base when you put the dough. Because usually the cheese pieces on. So you have the dough, then you put the marinara, and then you put like the cheese on top.
yeah.
But if you put the cheese on the bottom, like I wouldn't want that, then you put like the ingredients on top of that. I don't know how.
No,
that
there
would
are
go.
no ingredients. It's just
cheese?
So it's
yeah,
just
just
cheesy bread?
Very, very cheesy. Yeah,
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
Very cheesy. It's very oily.
Well, it
it's
depends how
kinda-
much olive oil you put on.
Is it like drenched in it?
Yeah,
This is a picture of what it looks like.
I'd mess with it.
Yeah,
Looks
I mean,
pretty
I
good.
can. Looks good.
Make our own.
Stream,
Yeah.
stream
Sweet.
special.
I
had-
had to make a like, homemade
Yeah.
pizza. We're probably
We
burned down
probably
the
fucking up
kitchen.
so many times.
Well, actually, you wouldn't. You like cooking.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
I'd probably burn down the kitchen. I'm learning how to cook, but it's just like funny
Yeah.
to just
You're getting
say, just get like give the viewers the idea of just like one of us just burning down the kitchen.
Alarm going off.
I had roommates.
Sprinklers going.
I had roommates in college. I would get those like like the normal frozen pizzas that you would get from the grocery store, and then they would get like 2 or 3 packages of shredded cheese and put it on top of it and bake it
Even more
bake
cheese.
it like
more
that. So
cheesier.
it's just like an
Extra
ultra
cheesy.
cheesy pizza.
Yeah.
That's pretty good actually.
And they're just like, oh, it's high protein, like this will get us like more muscular or whatever. I'm like, no, it's all like fat.
Yeah,
I
it's all
would say, I
fat.
don't, I
yeah.
don't think it's protein.
There's no protein in that at all.
Yeah.
It's more
But,
carbs.
I should like more meat to it, but
Yeah.
What's-
It was just kind of insane to me, like just making it like ultra cheesy, but I think it's worth it. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
pretty good,
that
especially if you
sounds really
like
good.
get multiple cheeses because they have in like the food aisle, like the frozen pizza, they have like a 3 or 5 cheese pizza.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
It's not
really
enough,
good.
man. I need like 10 cheeses, bro.
10 cheeses.
Yeah.
You could-
20 cheeses.
It might be. It's probably like so bomb having
Yeah.
5 or 5 already, but we have like 10 or 20. Ooh.
Yeah. Cheese is one of the things where like it's like the more the merrier. You can't like have enough cheese. Put 15 different kinds of cheeses, it blends to something unique and it's still very good.
That's the cool thing about cooking, though. It's just like experimenting and seeing what
Yeah, now I'm curious.
tastes good, what doesn't. So it's
Yeah.
like basically like I know in Food Wars they had like one girl that was like very scientific. So it's basically like a science though. Like you're
Yeah.
testing out what complements each other, but also like some things that clash actually like bring out more. It makes it more flavorful.
Yeah.
Even though you like what you see it as clashing, but somehow it makes it work with like the flavor. So it's like really cool, just like experimenting with everything. And if it's like bad, you can just like not do it
Just
again.
like,
Like
nope.
eat it or like sample it. You know,
Not
like
doing
try
that.
the taste food and then like throw it out. You know, because you're just like doing sauces. If you're doing that or like cooking something, you probably have to eat it. I mean, I would eat it. You know,
Yeah.
because
Have you
I have
ever-
food testers out there too.
Yeah.
Have you ever had breakfast pizza?
Breakfast pizza.
No. What's on
Let
it?
me see if
It sounds like I have. But I can't think.
it was really good, but let me
I can't think of a place that it has it though.
I just
feel
find
like
it
I
like
have
Walmart.
had it though.
Hold on.
Oh, I've had it. Yeah,
Never had it.
frozen breakfast pizza.
let me
Yeah,
see.
it has like eggs on it. It's
Okay,
pretty
so
good.
it's too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so this is like this
Eggs,
breakfast pizza has a
sausage, like the
crust made from
sausage
croissant
ones.
roll dough, and it's topped with sausage, hash browns, cheese.
sounds really
Usually,
good.
like
I never had hash
they have
browns
like
on it.
gravy on it too. Like,
Really?
it's a lot better than you'd think it would be.
That sounds pretty good actually. to
Yeah,
be
like
honest.
sausage, bacon, eggs, and inside marinara sauce, it's like the gravy. And then the cheese would be like a cheddar jack like mix or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
I haven't had
So-
too many of them, but yeah.
Yeah. This is why it's hard to eat healthier. than the Texas
I'm just-
Back to the
It's like-
question.
I completely forgot the questions.
Yeah, we're just kind of like we're just talking about food the whole time. And it's like,
Think about cheesy pizza now.
oh, here's another food question.
Oh, great. Where
It's a
can this
food
go?
episode.
If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Easy.
Tacos.
Really?
Yeah. because there's different types of meat you could have, and then you could have the salsa, like, and then you have like cilantro and onion on there.
Okay.
Ooh, especially from the one place I normally get tacos. Oh, I get that every day. I don't mind it at all. Every meal, you can make breakfast tacos. So yeah, tacos for me.
I really fuck with chicken sandwiches.
Fried, grilled,
Yeah, fried.
Fried,
Okay.
of course.
What's your favorite?
Chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
I really like fried or coop.
Fried the
Forget
coop.
that. Oh,
You
actually,
gotta have the Nashville.
I was to say that the one
Nashville
about it,
Nashville,
though?
actually, that was probably the best one I ever had.
what was it
Nashville.
called?
What's in it? Like besides, so there's fried chicken. Are there like pickles or?
It's pickle and coleslaw.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, it's fried the
shit! I
coop,
want
yeah.
to try this now, man.
You ever had chicken sandwich? A Nashville style?
What?
You never had a Nashville style chicken sandwich?
No, but we
Oh.
could try that after the episode. I'm just kind of like,
We're gonna go to all the places we talked about.
we're gonna eat fried chicken. We're gonna bake
Just
our
have a
own
bunch of-
pizzas and like.
Watch out! Actually, your next episode's gonna be a mukbang.
We need to have one like mukbang episode.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be on the D-Gen hours.
Yeah.
But what was the place in Nashville? There's
That's Hattie B's.
Oh, Hattie B's. That was it.
That was
yeah,
really good,
that was
actually.
was so good.
There's like Princess or something like that.
Princess is one I remembered.
I want to try soul food because I've never
good.
had it. Like I've never had grits.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah.
Mm.
I heard they taste like nothing by themselves, but it takes on whatever flavor you put
Yeah,
on
however
it.
you like season it or.
So you want to get like a Cajun shrimp and grits or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that? That'd be like pretty good.
I like them. Yeah, grits are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one place we went to in Nashville called Hattie B's, the line was like always so freaking long. And then on my birthday, we decided to go there because the
Yeah.
line wasn't too bad. And like
It was
we
so
knew
good.
we knew now when we had it why the lines are always so long.
It's really really good.
Yeah. And has there been like a restaurant where like it was like way overhyped? Like everyone just talking about it and then you actually show up and you're like, it wasn't worth the money.
What's that McDonald's one that they made?
The one with like the new drinks?
The small one?
Yeah, was it
Oh,
called?
you been there?
No, I haven't. But
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen the menu. It's like basically there's like exclusive
remember.
items
Yeah.
on there from that place. It's like what is it, like I don't even know what it's called. It's in Bolingbrook. Or I probably should have said that. It's the Chicagoland area.
There's a lot of them in like
Chicago
I'm sure there's
suburbs.
more than just in our state, you know.
But
Weird.
they just have exclusive items on there. And they
just
also have
nothing.
like the McDonald's menu too. So like
Yeah.
and everyone was like
Yeah.
overhyping it, but I'm like it's basically McDonald's with a couple extra items that
Yeah.
you can't get. So like
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see the hype in that. Like people, and it's only like there's no dining; you just drive through. So I just don't see the hype.
What
in
do you
that.
think of the international McDonald's? Like, there's one downtown.
There's an international McDonald's.
Yeah.
Never been there. I know they have like.
Never knew there was an
Yeah, I
international
didn't either.
McDonald's.
There is.
I want to try that now. Actually,
I knew there's McDonald's that
Yeah.
have
Now we
like
have-
portion size that are
we have some
different
places to check
internationally,
out,
but I did
yeah.
not know there's a whole thing. Like,
It's actually-
Yeah, there's
that
the
sounds-
international
sounds really
one.
cool.
and what makes it international is the portion sizes and what they
no,
offer, or
because
what?
different McDonald's have different menus like around the world.
Oh, that's sick.
So you can like
Yeah.
try the other countries' items.
That's sick.
Like the Indian one, like there's kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a curry chicken
Yeah,
like
it's
thingy.
different.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Thai one. Like it's also like a Thai curry like chicken or whatever.
I think the
Um,
Japanese one's like a teriyaki burger or something like
Tikka
that.
masala for Indian. Japanese stuff. I'm trying to remember what they have.
Mouse like
Um,
salivating
the
like
teriyaki burger, right? That's Japanese.
yeah, like stuff like that.
It sounds good.
What about you? What would you have if you had one meal for the rest to eat for the rest of your life? You didn't answer your question.
Oh, that's true.
Sushi.
Sushi. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a really.
I feel like a lot of people like
Got a lot
shit
of
on me
options.
for like wanting like quote unquote like healthy like sushi. I mean, but that's
So
my
do
like
you like
it's my favorite food.
traditional sushi or like
Americanized Western.
yeah, Americanized.
Either
like,
one
special
really,
rolls?
just
Which one do
because
you
I
like
just either one.
Either
like
one.
as long as it's
No
fresh
preference?
and that's
Okay.
what matters to me. It's really like American sushi is just like literally fast food.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
fried
specialized
tempura,
rolls.
spicy mayo. I love that shit though.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But just like fish and rice with like soy sauce, like I can fuck with it.
You're pretty set actually. You have a lot of options too.
Yeah.
Cause you can also have like the tamago sushi, like the egg.
I never
That
had that
one's really good.
before.
You've never had it before?
No, not
It's like a
tamago.
sweet like egg.
Okay.
thing.
A lot of foodie things you
Yeah,
gotta
for
try
real.
out.
I don't think they put avocado in sushi in Japan, right?
No.
That's a American
That's-
thing.
yeah,
Or Western.
Western.
Damn. Maybe I should just stick to American. The avocados are just kind of like.
As you
Love
learned,
it,
whatever this episode we talked about avocados comes out,
yeah.
Ryan's a fiend for those avocados,
Yeah,
man.
he loves them.
I definitely want to try omakase as well.
What's that?
It's the one where like the head sushi chef makes it specifically for you.
Really?
It's like an experience. It's
What
like
does that
usually
mean?
10 pieces.
It's like a hibachi kind of, where they make it in front of you, or what do you
That's
yeah, kind of, yeah.
That makes sense. Like,
They'll do like
I could understand. Like,
it might be
makes
like a
specifically
10 to
for
20
you.
piece or whatever, and they
Yeah.
make you like their best ones, or if it's like the special of the day, they're generally pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest I could probably
But it's
find
also
it for
experience,
is like
though.
Yeah, exactly.
it could be as expensive as 300
Oh, wow.
or more. At the cheapest, maybe $60 or whatever, but it's like the best
quality.
quality fish. And I mean, like they made it like 5 seconds before you try it,
Okay.
so it's
Fresh, really fresh.
it's one of those experiences. There's quite a few of them, like not even far away from us too. So it's yeah.
I have a
We're
food
gonna
night.
make like a live stream of us like getting all
All
these
these
food
food.
journey across the world
Yeah.
in Illinois.
It'd be great, like if you were like
West.
sponsored by like a sushi like
Sponsored
restaurant.
International
It's like we got this for free, you know.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually how sponsorships happen. Like you're
Yeah.
passionate about something, and then it's like, oh, do you like Pringles, for example, and you like have it on here a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, might as well
They just
sign
like, look
you.
at this guy. He's
Yeah,
really good.
right. So eventually, if we just keep talking about something, hopefully, it's one of the viewers are just like, hey,
You know what?
I should sponsor these guys. And then you have like our next episode. This episode sponsored by.
What's your favorite Japanese food?
I'll keep it basic and just say ramen.
Ramen.
Ramen's really good because there's so many different like types of ramen you could have. Like the takoyaki's good
Yeah.
too, but I mean, ramen is just because of the sheer variety of it all.
I'm usually not even like a noodle person except for like ramen.
Really?
Yeah. But like then ramen is at like kind of like the bottom of my list for favorite foods. But like even like Japanese food, like I definitely like sushi. I like the was it onigiri or whatever?
Onigiri,
Onigiri, yeah.
yeah, those like the
Onigiri or
rice
whatever.
balls.
I like katsu. and stuff
Oh,
like
katsu's
that.
good.
What's
like-
that?
It's like the fried pork cutlet.
Yeah,
Oh,
You with, like
with
teriyaki
rice.
okay,
sauce
gotcha,
and
Like
rice.
a special
yeah,
sauce on top
gotcha,
of it.
gotcha,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit's amazing. I even like well, poke bowls are Hawaiian, but it's basically sushi like
It's, like,
burrito bowl.
Heavily,
you know?
yeah, Japanese.
Have you guys ever
inspired.
had sushi burrito?
No. What is that?
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Oh, you've never had it? Oh,
No.
it's-
Never,
Never heard of
Yeah,
it.
never
So,
heard
So
of
like
it.
you know how like the sushi rolls are really like skinny, right? They make it like giant and then like they don't cut it, you just eat it like a burrito. So
it's
it's
like a
like they'll
giant
put
thing
like
of rice.
fried tempura in there or like crab meat,
Oh,
like
tempura's good.
avocado.
Sounds really good too,
There's
actually.
like I think like lima beans, imitation crab meat with like mayo. It's basically like a burrito except like sushi. Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of sushi. I'm like getting more
Is it
into
because of the raw or
the
like,
raw. I
Okay.
probably just
Mm.
have more of the
What kind of raw
cooked
do you have? Like
none because I
salmon?
don't have it. I don't eat it because I know it's raw. That's why. I know there's cooked ones, so like I dabble into that every now and then. But I think I
Yeah.
had like sushi probably like twice or three times in my whole life.
yeah. I feel like if you like sushi, you've always liked it. Like I haven't heard of many people that kind of like built a tolerance to it and like they end up loving it.
What do you mean by
Right.
tolerance?
Like some people like they might just try it and like they kind of get used to it and like it becomes their favorite food. I feel it's like you kind of know right off the bat if you don't like it. Like for
But
me,
is
like
that what
with-
you just said before?
like for me,
if
like
you
with
built up-
vegetable, like even like certain like vegetables or whatever, like I, the more I eat it and like I, kind of learn to appreciate like the food, you know.
I guess
I don't know how to explain it.
It goes to
sushi
back what
that
we were saying,
often.
though.
Yeah.
Like when you're like the older you get, your taste buds change too, though.
I don't think it's a taste bud thing. Like
sushi.
I didn't
the
even like
flavors?
mushrooms when I was like 17 or 18, and then now I like love it.
Because your
Oh.
taste buds changed.
I think most of your taste buds like start to develop like earlier, like puberty or whatever.
No, you have taste buds always when you're a kid. It just like the things you eat and to satisfy your taste buds was like super bare bones. And now there's like all these extra flavors.
I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, like you get developed the older you get. Because one of my friends, growing up when he's in childhood, the only thing he would eat was PB&J, cheese pizza, and chicken tenders or something like that, or chicken nuggets. But now he got older. He's eating like and experimenting with new things because his taste bud changed.
I don't know if it's like more so like your taste buds developing, more so like a lot of kids are super tasters when they're like really young, so you're really sensitive to sugar, like fatty stuff or whatever. And then as you lose your sense of taste, you tend to focus more on kind of like subtle things like texture and stuff like that. So like try feeding a kid.
I don't
sushi.
think you lose your sense of taste though.
You don't like lose it completely, but you lose it over time.
I don't think so.
What I heard,
Really?
or that's what I like. I don't know. I think I learned something like that in
All right,
psychology
Kevin.
before.
Kevin, check if you lose your taste buds the older you get. Dude, I don't think you do. That doesn't
I think
make
it's only
sense.
if you get like sick or something or
well, like
some kind of disease.
the
or-
COVID.
Yeah.
Over
The
time.
COVID, you lose your sense of taste, but you don't lose your taste buds.
It's like a psychology thing.
I don't
Almost
know.
everything I was learning in AP psychology was
It's
like completely
Just making
incorrect.
it
It's just
up.
like the research was just not there yet, you know.
Yeah, I never thought about that actually. Your taste buds
Yeah.
failing as you get older.
Oh, it does decrease over time.
Oh wow.
That's what I thought.
When does it start? Does it say?
Like,
In that
you're
article?
born with like certain amount of taste buds.
Uh-huh.
And as you get older,
When you lose it.
decreases over time.
Hmm.
And they also shrink.
Yeah.
Your taste buds shrink too. Oh.
Yeah, that's why there's like diminished sense of taste.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like when you're really old, you could just eat crap and just
Well, they don't really
not
do,
literal
though.
crap. I mean just like bad. Like someone could be a bad cook and you just eat it and you're just like, I'm fine with this.
Basically, when you're like younger, your taste buds regenerate quickly. But as you get older, they regenerate less.
That's just how the human body works too. Because if you get like injured, like say you cut your hand or something, when you're a kid, it regenerates probably within like a couple hours or like a day, and then when you're older, it probably
Takes
takes
time.
weeks or months or whatever.
Yeah. Look, I don't really have that much of a sweet tooth. I kind of prefer more like mild flavors. So like,
Then, how often does the taste buds get replaced? Like, because or regenerate, I guess.
yeah, this is like we're like learning about like
I know
things.
for real, we're like really going in depth now.
We're educating the world on like, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have Kevin here. Help us out.
Shit's
Behind the
making me hungry,
scenes-
bro. I'm just
behind the
like
scenes
Fact
stuff,
checker.
yeah.
or in live, like
Approximately every 10 days.
every 10
Every 10
days.
Huh.
days, wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Neither did we. That's why you gotta ask.
We're out here educated
Crazy.
now.
Yeah.
So we lose our taste buds and they get replaced every 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy it while you can.
Right.
real.
Usually the older,
Yeah.
the,
And then it starts
it's diminishing. Oh,
Oh, it's
Ah.
like it
There's an age.
steeps, or does it
And
diminish
it's probably
less?
gradual. It's probably
like, it'll die, but then fewer grow back.
fewer grow
Mm,
back.
okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I figure that's the reason why like people start to like vegetables because when you're like a kid and you eat vegetables, like it's very like like it could be bitter. It's not like as pleasant. But then like as you lose some of your taste buds, then you appreciate more of the texture rather than the flavor. Like I would argue sushi is like there's not much flavor to it. There's no like umami. It's not sweet. It's more like the softness of the sushi rice with like the fish.
Well, based on what
Yeah,
we learned,
so-
what we just learned, I could agree with that. You appreciate the texture since you
Yeah.
lose
Yeah.
loss of taste buds, especially when you get 40, and how often they get replaced every 10 days. So
Yeah.
I can see it now.
Okay, so moving on from food because we've been talking about it for like 30 minutes.
Oh, bro,
Um,
we were talking about it for way longer than 30
Yeah,
minutes.
we-
bro.
Why don't you just come back to food? Just like,
Watch me another food question.
that's how we know that like we're hungry.
That's how you know
Like,
for real.
yeah.
About to chow out.
Yeah. Would you rather be rich and ugly or poor and good looking? This is a would you rather question, so that's like a throwback to. Yeah.
Dang, but what if you're like rich and ugly? You can just get money and use your money to get plastic surgery.
You're kind of limited on that though. Yeah. Because plastic surgery can often go wrong.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it could look even worse.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that over time.
Oh
And
yeah.
they get like facelifts and stuff like that done because of the plastic. But like, say you're good looking and broke, or handsome and broke, like you would have more opportunities to like model though.
I was
Like,
just thinking the
eventually
same
make money
thing.
though, right?
I was like, if you're like a movie star or something, if you're like that good looking.
But it's
Right.
not like consistent work or anything. Like it's like.
But once you
a
make
gig
it,
kind
you
of
make
thing.
it.
I guess, but you're still kind of hoping for a lot.
I'll do
Like,
the
you're
handsome and
banking on it.
broke.
Handsome and broke.
Because just on the aspect, because I add the nuances of like the potential of me making it big.
Yeah.
Be a
as-
big influencer or something, or
Yeah.
a model.
But if there was no like that nuance, then I'd probably be ugly and rich.
Yeah.
And then
I want to hear
could just-
Dom's perspective before I go into my own analysis. You know, so
So how ugly are we talking though? Is it like
fugly.
like a
I would say, like,
a
as
creature,
ugly-
like a monster? or
Yeah,
something?
the creatures
Like,
of the night.
like as ugly as possible. Like you walk into a room
Like
and
you're,
everyone
like,
screams
deformed
out
or
like
something?
Godzilla.
Yeah, you're like an alien or
Oh
something.
no,
Everyone looks
I
at you like
I want to
different.
be handsome and poor.
like
you know?
like one eye is like up here and one is down here. That's
Or
not
you're like-
it's
you're-
not like I'm not saying like fat, because like fat you can fix that. and-
Jesus Christ, man.
No, because like it affects your like
You
symmetry
can be
or
fat
whatever.
and good looking, bro.
Yeah, you can, but that's not what I'm talking
But you're
about.
also
I mean,
saying fat people can be ugly too.
Yeah. like technically, but you can like.
Or ugly is fat. Like,
but-
oh man.
No, but that's kind of like fixable for the most part. But I'm talking about like, I know it sounds messed up. But, like,
Hey, cancel yet
We're gonna
again.
cancel another episode.
like maybe you have like a deformity or whatever, but you're rich.
What if you had like 3 arms or
Oh, no.
like 3 legs or
I
6
I wouldn't
fingers
consider
or
that like
6
ugly. That's just like that's
Deformity.
only deformed. But like I'm talking about like something
you're,
that
like-
messes up your face or whatever, or I don't,
Just say you just look, you're fugly and you're like an alien or something
Yeah.
like that. You have like fur or something.
Just a
Whatever.
monster.
Yeah.
or if you have like an arm that's like
And you have, like,
super
one-
short compared to the other one, like is that considered ugly?
That's a deformity
That's
then.
deformed.
I guess ugly would just mean like only your face or whatever.
No, ugly is the whole being.
Like
Yeah.
So say you have fur, you have one wing.
you're like Smeagol.
Yeah, or yeah, Smeagol. Just be Smeagol. You're that's the standard.
Nah, bro, I don't want to be Smeagol.
I don't know what Smeagol is. What are the names? Oh, okay, now I remember. Okay. I didn't know the name of the. Yeah.
All right, what about
So
you?
like, if you were Smeagol but you're rich,
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'll be a handsome and broke.
yeah.
handsome and broke. So like for I'm trying to think of like, because I
What
had
to
like
say?
my reasonings, but I haven't like chosen a position. So like the benefits of being like poor and good looking is like kind of like the halo effect in like psychology or whatever. Like people just treat you better, and then
Yeah.
like let's say you're trying to like move up the ranks or whatever, people will just attribute like they'll think you're more skilled because you're better looking.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's like a huge advantage like whether you're like male or female or whatever. So like you can easily fix poor like that because you can move up the ranks. But if you're rich and ugly, well, being rich is like super nice. Like you wouldn't have to.
People won't want to talk to you or associate with you.
There's plenty
Unless
of
you pay
rich.
them
Unless you
to
pay
be-
the bit.
No, there's
I'll
plenty
pay you
of
to
rich.
be my friend.
There's plenty of rich ugly people that have a lot of influence and friends or whatever.
Like who? Exactly.
I would consider like Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson's kind of like ugly and he's rich.
I don't think he's ugly.
I think he's just like an average dude.
Yeah, I think he's just an average
Pretty
guy.
ugly.
I don't think he's ugly.
He's not deformed. He's not
He's
Smeagol.
not
He's just an
Smeagol.
average guy.
I think he has like a weird ass like face. I don't know how to explain it. Like you want to punch him in the face, but like,
That's different than ugly, though.
no, that is ugly.
No, it's not.
I'm trying
Ugly
to think
should
of,
not
like,
have the reason to punch someone.
no, like someone who has like a punchable face. And, like,
That's different, though. That's a punchable face. That's not ugly.
He's not Smeagol.
who's like I'm trying to think of like another rich and ugly person. Like just think of any like ugly celebrity.
Wish I can. That's why we're asking.
How about like
you.
the guy who plays like Snape in like Harry Potter? Like I guess it's all like makeup or whatever. But,
Yeah.
Uh, No, it's just like I'm not really good with like celebrity names, but like if you brought it up, I'd be able to. How about like someone like Ken Jeong? I think he's kind of like ugly.
I think he's just an average guy. I don't think he's
Really?
ugly. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's kind of like below.
I don't know what he looks like. I can't.
But he's rich.
He's like the Asian guy in Hangover.
The Hangover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a just a
Yeah, I
regular
don't think
guy.
he's ugly.
He's an average dude.
Yeah.
No,
So
I don't think he's average.
I
You think he's
I don't-
below average?
If he's below average, it's still not ugly.
Yeah.
Like I would
No,
not
I'd say,
call
like-
you ugly.
Yeah.
If you're below average, even that, you know, I don't think he's ugly.
Yeah. Do you think it's easier to be a comedian if you're like ugly than if you're like, ugly?
No, I think you just have to be like.
you have to.
I think usually the ones that are successful, or, well, not all of them, of course, are like have like their fat jokes or something like
They
that. It's
just
like they're
own it.
bigger, like
Yeah. Like fat dudes,
is
I
it,
kind of
like-
like. I don't
something
take them as
Iglesias.
seriously.
Something
Gabriel
Iglesias.
Iglesias.
Oh yeah.
I thought I thought it was a singer. I was like, is that him?
Oh, and
That's
Fluffy.
Enrique. That's what it was.
Yeah, just name dropping, bro.
Well, I mean, they're celebrities. They're
Yeah.
already,
But, like,
so it doesn't matter.
he's perceived to be more funnier because he's fat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's
it
just like a
helps.
magic quality to
Yeah.
it. Whereas like I've told some people this. I'm not a really big fan of Matt Rife. I don't think
Oh, I heard of him.
I don't think
I
he's
haven't
funny
listened.
at all.
I don't know who
I
that
mean,
is.
he gets the. I think people think he's funny because he's attractive. Like they laugh at his jokes because he's like charming or whatever. But I don't think he's like funny. Like I would never die laughing at his jokes. He's just kind of like charismatic, but that's
Yeah.
not funny. But yeah, in conclusion, I'd rather be poor and good looking.
That whole journey just for that.
Yeah.
We got there though.
We
We got
got
there.
We did it, boys.
Probably could do like
Did
one
it,
more.
boys.
Probably could do like one
Yeah,
more.
so- what's the grand
what is
finale?
your next question? What is your biggest pet peeve?
Why do you say it like that?
Because I want to make it very like serious and like intimate.
That's
An
weird.
Bro, this is an ASMR, bro.
Oh my gosh.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I don't even. I mean, I have a lot of pet peeves while driving for sure. I hate
just bad drivers in general.
no, just I hate people that don't turn on their turn signals,
No.
brake all the time when there's like literally no one in front of them. Those are like pet peeves I don't like. Like another pet peeve, I guess, in like my room. It's just for me or other people. Just like when you're sweaty and stuff like that, I don't want you like on like
Yeah,
my bed or
that's
sleeping on,
gross.
or like going on your bed. Like that's like respect of their space because like they sleep in that. Like you're sweaty and like they roll around in your sweat. Like
It's
ugh,
like,
ugh.
Yeah.
So
I guess people who chew with their mouth open, bro. They do it super dramatically. And you can, like,
I know
hear
quite a
them
few
and
of those
everything.
people.
It
I just kind of
bothers me.
tune
It's
out
just-
the noise.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to hear it that much.
right.
That's one.
That's the only, or you have more?
I have a hard time with slow walkers.
How about
'cause I
people
walk
who like
really
slurp? They're like, like when you're eating ramen or whatever, and like I think it's customary in the culture to slurp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that means it's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't bother me as much.
But some
Yeah.
people are kind of like annoyed by like slurping because like different cultures and whatnot. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is horoscopes. Yeah, it's kinda like,
people were
like,
too into them.
I used to be like interested in it, like back in like before it was like popular, like 2012. I would see like on Facebook people would like post links to like horoscope stuff, and I thought like, oh, this is really cool, and like I kind of entertained like the idea, and then it became mainstream, and like,
you're just
oh,
like,
this
nope,
is
never
so
mind.
annoying, and I don't know. I just don't believe in like absolutes. I don't really
Yeah.
believe in like the whole like it feels almost like a religion, like you're it's
What's like the religion that Tom Cruise is in? It's like the
Scientology?
Scientology.
Scientology.
Yeah, it's
there's a
weird
lot of
stuff like
people
that.
in it.
Yeah, it's weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just kind of like you're judging a person by like their like the date that they were born.
Yeah,
or
it's
like a
kinda-
time
The
range
time
or
range,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean like horoscopes came from
And compatibility and random stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, it's just
It's like,
like
oh, you're this
nah,
sign, we can't be together.
we can't be friends. You can't be in a relationship. It's just like you're just
Yeah.
thinking too much into it.
No, I get that a lot of people entertain the idea of it because it's cool, but some people take it like
Literal.
literally
Do you
like
guys know your signs?
Gemini.
Cancer.
Do you say you act like your sign? Like what they?
I don't even know what it is.
It's so subjective, like, because like people that make up the horoscopes or whatever, I think
The people that make it up.
I'm pretty sure people just make
pull things
random
out of the air. Just like this sounds
I'm pretty
right.
sure that's what happens.
Like, I
Like
never
they're
saw,
not
like-
getting it from like a book or something like that. Especially like the memes on Instagram. Like
I didn't know there's memes on.
It's like, oh,
they'll be like the horniest,
Blank
or
act like this.
horniness levels of the sign.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just like
like-
different percentages. It's so dumb. Like,
or it's
yeah.
like, oh, all
It's like,
Pisces
well-
do this, so they act like this.
yeah, it's like toxic traits of the different signs. It's like,
Yeah.
like, are you implying that everyone who's like an Aries is literally
Is
the
that,
same?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
It's cool to like, entertain the idea, but
Not now.
yeah. But like some people tell me like, oh, it's so true. Like, for the most part, but you just
It's like putting like a square into like a circle hole. And, like it just doesn't make sense, you know? Like, come on, it has to work, you
You have
know?
to be this way. You have to act this way.
Right.
if you make enough memes with showing like the things of the signs, there's bound to be one where like it resonates with you.
Yeah.
So I think it's just kind of like a probability thing, but I don't necessarily believe in them. Yeah, I wouldn't be annoyed by people that believe in them, but if they like push it down my throat, then that's when
Or
it's
they're,
kind of like
Dedicated to
we
it.
can't be friends anymore.
You cut
Dang,
off.
That's such a Gemini thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's my toxic trait. Yeah, a toxic trait of the Geminis, they don't believe in horoscopes. So yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any
Interesting
other pet peeves?
picking up after yourself's a pet peeve. I hate people that
Oh,
don't.
just who are slobs, basically.
Yeah, not like some people are like what do you call them, like hoarders and stuff.
Yeah.
like that. Ugh,
That's bad.
you know, but that's not like a pet peeve of like that. It's just habit. That's a habit.
Mm.
But, like just
Yeah.
a simple thing of like picking up after yourself.
I thought of I was gonna say like a pet peeve, but I think it's more of a red flag than a pet peeve. Because pet peeve is like a minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
But a red flag is something where you're just warning flags or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have said something like, if someone is really, really like buddy with me, but they treat my friends like shit. It's like usually I can tolerate that, but then I just kind of think like it's kind of conditional in a way.
Yeah.
But that's not a pet peeve because
That's just
it's not a pet like, at all. It's just
It's
like,
not a pet,
bro.
You
It's,
don't make those.
it's just a peeve. Like a pet peeve is like a small. Like a pet peeve would be like a
all right,
minor.
we'll set the call.
inconvenience.
Yeah, I think that's I think you're
So there's
like
no more
going off
pet.
the
Like
rails
this is just
with
my
the logic.
peeve, you know. So
It's not my pet. It's my peeve, man.
yeah.
It's like my PB. It's not my PB, but it's my J. You know.
Next.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
We can end it.
Ooh.
Wait,
Wait,
We
no.
can do another one.
Yeah, because I moved on to the next one. This one's a good one.
It's been like an hour already.
Bro,
Okay.
we reached our hour mark.
One
Especially
more.
with that, like a note
One
of
more
the
to
pet
just
and
tie
not
it all
being
together,
me.
though. It's one more to tie it all
All right, what's the
together.
last
All
one?
right, if it's
Okay.
something stupid,
We'll have to stop the
Done.
tangent.
No, this one's more serious.
No tangent.
Yeah. What's better, having high expectations or having low expectations?
Low expectations, easy.
You're way more easily impressed.
Yeah.
Like I just like came with it easier. But like if you have high expectations,
The nuances of it all.
if you have high expectations, then
You're very easily disappointed.
You're
if it's-
disappointed a lot
yeah.
more.
but
so if it's something exceeds your
sometimes
expectations,
it's that
when your
disappointment that
expectations
motivates you to achieve even greater things. If you have low expectations, you're okay
But of
with
others, though-
mediocrity.
low. But like I was reading it in like the perspective of others, or even myself. Sometimes I like to take a test, like I failed it, and like I got a B. I'm like nice, I got a B, or an A, exceeded my expectations.
But you think of like the most successful people, they probably have really high expectations on themselves and they never feel like they're good enough. So they work to a point where like they actually achieve that high expectation and they've achieved their dreams and stuff. But if you have low expectations on yourself, like you'll probably
But it's
be
more,
happier.
I think it's more like work ethic and drive than
Yeah.
it is.
But
to
it comes from having
expectations.
high expectations, yeah.
And vision
Like
and
Asian
whatnot.
parents, like high
wow, we're
expectations
going-
on their kids.
Yeah,
but,
we're going here.
But if you have low expectations, like you might be happier on average, but then you kind of like settle for mediocrity, which is not a bad thing, but it depends on like what you want. But for me, I would actually prefer having high expectations on like a personal thing. But yeah.
I think there's just a standard. It's not expectation, but like, well, I guess you could like tie it as expectation, but like there's a standard that you place on yourself. But I guess you could tie it as like an expectation too. So I mean,
Yeah.
like my standard should be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like viewing it like holistically, just like myself and others. If I just have a low bar, and if someone
just
exceeds
always- always
the low bar,
excited.
you know, I'm just like,
You're always,
wow, you
impressed.
surpassed my expectations on it. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember in one of the Spider-Man movies, like MJ, like Zendaya's part is just like, I forgot the exact quote, but it's more or less like if your expectations are low, you can't like get
Yeah, I remember
disappointed,
that part,
or
yeah.
something along those
Damn
lines.
words of wisdom, bro.
Right.
Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility. Just like
That's fact too, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, that was a good last question to wrap it up. This was the Living Room Podcast. We peacing out.
All right, I guess peace.
That was really fun.